Hi everyone, I'm Tim Noteware. I'm a level 3 PSA ski instructor, and I've been a ski instructor for a long time. A lot of people talk to me, they work their skis too hard. They try to twist them around and get them on their edges and grip. Twist them around, get their edges and grip. I'm going to teach you something that I call the move. The move is in every ski turn, whether it's from a wedge Christie to just basic open parallel to any kind of skiing, the move is there. And here's what the move is. The move is moving from the inside of the turn and being on these edges to moving across your skis till they're flat, and then rolling over and finding your new downhill skis. That's the move. Most people, when they do a turn, they come up and they try to, I'm just going to do it with this ski, they come up and they try to twist their ski around. Okay? If I'm here on flat ground, twisting your ski around, you can get away with it. But those people are going to have a hard time skiing when they're in the snow. It's really, really difficult to twist your ski. They kind of find the end of the turn easy enough, but the beginning of the turn, they're not moving across their skis, finding the new edges, and then making the turn, they're trying to twist them real quick. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to do some turns that are kind of ugly, and then I'm going to start blending it into making a smooth move across your skis. Okay, so all right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to steer them. I want to do a turn. I don't want to just throw them to the side. I just don't want to throw them to the side. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of work, especially if there's a lot of snow. I want to look into the turn, tip them, and then steer them. I'm going to show you a little exercise to ease into this. One easy thing, or one concept, is if I took my ski, took the ski brake off of it, the safety brake, and push it out across the hill, that ski would just find the fall line and end up going straight down the hill. Without me being on it, that ski would do the first half of the turn. So this is what I'm going to try to emphasize or try to get across to you. The first half of the turn doesn't have to be hard. You can let your skis find the fall line and then steer out of it. For some reason, you being on the skis makes it hard because your balance is off. You're not just letting the ski fall down the hill. I'll add to that too. You look down the hill, that's where you're going to go. Okay? All right. So as I get sliding, I'm controlling the skis. Now if I let the skis fall and back into the side slip. If I look down the hill, if I happen to just let the skis slip down the hill and then steer, again, I check my speed, let the skis run down the hill and steer out of it. If I start working this into a turn, let them go down the hill, the first half of the turn, the top part of the turn, is just the top half of the turn is just let my skis fall down the hill. I'm really starting here with an edge ski. Looking down the hill, my skis start to flatten out a little bit. And about here, they start to get really flat. You gotta be really, really patient until you get actually facing down the hill, till you found your new edges and can steer out of it. The top half of the turn is the holy grail of skiing. Don't hitch kick that top half of the turn. Let the fronts fall into the turn and then steer out of it. Tip your skis, then steer. Okay, let's go up and do some other things. Hey, here's a real good place to do a classic exercise called railroad tracks. Railroad tracks, you can tell if you're moving across your ski, across your ski, across your ski without steering it. You should leave 2 railroad tracks on the snow. All right, here we're going to go shoot down here and do some railroad tracks. All right, keep up with me. All right, we want to roll the skis onto edge, roll the skis onto their edge, roll their skis onto their edge, and leave 2 lines in the snow. As I get going here, I'm going to roll and then work it into a turn. Roll and then work it into a turn. I'm going to tip my skis, roll them on the new edge, work it into a turn. Roll them, work it into a new turn. Making sure I look into the turn. And if you watch my skis, I'm trying to move across my skis, and then I can add the steering. Okay? Again, tip first, steer second. Let me rephrase that. Tip, then steer. There's a big pause in there. Don't do it at the same time, okay? It's a great exercise. So we did railroad tracks up there going straight down the hill. I'm going to do railroad tracks across the hill. It's a lot harder to do this because you've got to find not only your uphill edges that I'm standing on now, but I got to find my downhill edges. That's a lot harder to do. Let's see how I do here. Uphill edge is easy. Tip them. Downhill edges, uphill edges, downhill edges. Stop. I'm going to come again. I'm going to come across the hill. Garlands, you got to be real careful about people coming. Okay, I'm clear. All right. Garlands, up the hill, down the hill. Up the hill, uphill edges, downhill edges. Let me just ride it right into a turn. Downhill edges, uphill edges. And then right into a turn. Okay? See where you're at. I'm going to roll into these turns. I'm going to look down the hill, roll my skis to my new edges, roll to the new edges, roll to the new edges, then steer, roll to the new edges, then steer, roll to the new edges, then steer, tip, then steer, tip, and then steer. Okay? So I started to ski. I hope you saw that I was trying real hard to tip my skis down the hill. Once I found my new edges, then I steered out of it and controlled my speed. You don't want to hurry that top part of the turn. You don't want to hitch kick up there. Tip, then turn. Okay? All right, let's go. So the lesson today was about the move. The move. I'm going to, again, 4-part harmony, I'm going to emphasize. The move is being on this side of your skis, moving across your skis to the downhill side of your skis. Really good skiers show the bottom of their skis up the hill when they do a turn. They're not always just pushing the skis down the hill. The move, if you learn skiing well, is even in your beginning skiing, from a wedge Christie to your open easy parallel to your own skiing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a wedge Christie, and what you're going to see is I'm going to wedge the skis out. When I start to make the move or the turn, you're going to see my downhill skis start to flatten out. I'm not doing it, contorting it. I'm just starting to move across my skis into a new turn. All right, here we go. I do the wedge. I start to make the move and go across the hill. Wedge Christie. And let's start to make the move in just an open parallel. Got to be really patient at the top. Try to roll to my new edges. Getting a little steeper here. The really important thing about this is I want to look down the hill over my shoulder into the next turn so I can roll to that new turn. Okay, today's lesson we worked on the move. The move. 4-part harmony, echo, I want to really emphasize that. The move is when you finish a turn and you're transitioning to another turn. Is that you start out on this side of your skis, you transition, you slowly go to a flat ski and you move across your skis to your new edges. Really good skiers are going to show the bottoms of their skis up the hill. When you learn this, you want to have a lot of patience rolling to that new edge. Really important to look down the hill into your new turn. You start to move that way. Your skis start to move underneath you. I can't tell you how many people I've had that I've taught as they've been skiing across the hill. I say, hey, look at me, and they go, what? Oh, and they make the move. They turn towards me. All right, let's finish it up here. You practice, you go have a good time, learn the move. Vic Braden, my famous tennis instructor, one of my favorite all-time instructors. I like his line, you do everything I tell you, you'll be famous by Friday. Yeah, that ought to take care of you. See you later. Bye.